if you've got a touring bike of pretty much any year and you run a tour pack, you've got a problem, whether you realize it or not. And I haven't done like a product video in a long time, but I'm really freaking excited about this one. This is a new one that just came out from Advan Black that they solved an issue that's been around forever. If you got a tour pack, you're gonna want this. So even this bike, 45 years old, has a problem, all right? That is a Harley King tour pack from 1980 on my 80 FLT. And when I brought it home, I had seen that somewhere along its life, I think I'm the third owner. So either the last guy or the guy before, the first owner owned it for many years, probably him. Inside this really pain in the butt latch system back in the day, you open one, it makes the other one close. All right. Inside the tour pack here, this actually has an Advan Black liner that I put in it. Kind of cool. That was from actually, no, it doesn't matter. I put a liner in it. Under this liner down here is plywood that has been router cut to the shape of the floor of this pack. Why? Because these things have cracked since the dawn of time. And so old guys used to take some plywood or whatever and make their own larger footprint, you know, in the bottom here, okay? A modern tour pack, there's a metal rack, it's a square, which is the same as this. Tour pack goes on, a plate goes on top, or maybe not even. I've seen some of them that don't even have a plate. And then there's just 4 bolts, right? It's a real simple system. The problem is after years of vibration, let's be honest, overloading your tour pack and all that stuff, that square here starts making weak points in the floor of your tour pack because there's actually a recess in it, and it'll start cracking. This is not a new problem. This is not a unique problem. This has happened to Harley stuff. It happens to other manufacturers. It happens to everybody who makes tour packs. These things freaking crack. And Advan Black has fixed it. So I have a new tour pack I'm putting together for their white Road Glide ST that I will be taking to Sturgis. So I figured I may as well put it all together and show you. It's a pretty neat system, and it's the simplest thing on earth. It's one of those things you go like, why didn't we think of this earlier? Since I don't own my own Harley Davidson touring bike right now, with the exception of the old shovel, I have to use my wife's bike. It's something to put the tour pack on. Top tip for you, if you're adding a tour pack to your bike, put the rack on the bike and then put the box on the rack. Don't try and assemble all this together in the house. That is the most asinine thing on earth. So just put the rack together or whatever, throw it on the bike, and then put the box on the rack on the bike. It's much easier. Anyway, so what you're seeing, you already see what's new. They added these wings and rubber isolators to the whole thing. It's a real simple solution, but here's the original one. It's raised about, I don't know, 1/4 inch because there's a recess in the actual floor of the tour pack on a stalker as well. And these are going to support the outside of the box so that it doesn't start that crack. I mean, they bolt through with nuts and bolts and all that stuff. It's a real simple solution, but just came out with it. I think it's really cool. Now, questions are already going to flow in. I've already seen it. Why can't I just buy this? I already have this. There's 2 reasons for that, Skippy. First off, what you're going to do is you're going to not have an Advan Black or Harley Davidson rack. You're going to have one you bought from Amazon or from a guy down the street used that he bought on Amazon, and then you're going to attack it with a drill. You're going to screw it up. Then you're going to call Advan Black and go, well, you should send me a new one because it's what happens. Or you do have a good rack. You got a great rack. No. And you've got an Advan one or a Harley one, and still you're going to try and drill the holes. You're going to screw it up. You're going to get pissed off. And you're going to say it's a... Anyway, it's just not worth the trouble. Also, as you saw on that new rack, it has a rubber isolator on it. And if you don't have that, you're going to be pushing up on those outer edges because you're missing that or pulling. You'll be applying forces if you don't have the rubber all the way across the whole thing, and you're going to screw your tour pack up. So that's why, no, they're not selling just those side wings. You have to get a whole new rack. Now, I'm going to look on the website because it's not even that expensive, so it's kind of not. I had to look up the price, and evidently the website's down at the moment, so I had to bug my buddy Steve. So Steve, who is Sick Baggers, S-I-K Baggers. If you're not a subscriber, you should be. His channel's way better than mine. He works for Advan also, like actually an employee of Advan, and does their tech videos and all that sort of stuff. So really, really smart guy. I texted him. So it's the same price as the old one. It's $179, and it's upgraded. So all the rubber isolators, the new wings, and all that sort of stuff, same price as the rack you might already have. So just get a new one. It's only available in black so far, but chrome I'm sure is coming. So the rack is on. Now I'm just going to throw the box on, throw the back pad on, and I'll have a tour pack for the ST. Why am I doing that? Well, you're going to see some videos with that ST. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I own a 2023 Road Glide ST in White Sand Pearl that is really owned by Advan Black, but we're doing some product stuff with it and new installs and stuff, so it's in my possession, but it's theirs. Since I don't own a Harley Davidson touring bike, except for this guy, it's kind of mine for a bit. Like, it's my rider because it's all I got. And we're going to be doing a total rear end rebuild on it for Sturgis. Yeah, you heard me. Sturgis, I leave in 3 weeks, and I'm waiting on parts to completely rebuild the ass end of a modern Road Glide, because that's how I live my life. All right, so I'm throwing that tour pack on because when at Sturgis, watch for all those videos, the wife and I like to throw our full face helmets in the tour pack. And a king pack will hold 2 full face helmets. Yes, they're big and they're ugly, especially when you put it on a performance bagger and everything else, but I don't care. It's about practicality, and while I'm up there, I'm going to have my helmets in there. You can add all kinds of stuff to these tour packs. You can add speaker pods in the side. They sell those that are painted to match. You can add the big wraparound taillight. I would if I had one. I don't. Oddly enough, I normally keep one of some smaller Advan parts around in case everyone use it. And no, but I don't work for them. You know, I've been asked that. I don't have one of those taillights. I really would like to put one of their wraparound taillights in this. Be nice up there in the Black Hills. Anyway, so now I'm gonna take the box. I'm gonna throw it on there. Throw the backrest pad on, and at least I'll have a tour pack ready for when the rest of the stuff comes so we can rebuild that ST. Something I never thought of, that rubber isolator stuff on the rack makes this a lot easier because when you set the tour pack on, it doesn't slide around. So, all right, so how you do this, you throw the box on, right? You look down through the hole in the box to make sure you've got the rack hole underneath, reach underneath there and woo, make sure. And then throw the plate on, drop a single bolt through, reach up under with a washer and a nylock nut. Or maybe this is supposed to go on the top. I don't know. I didn't. Don't be like me. Anyway, so, again, then just get that started nice and snug, and then it's easy. You're just going to throw the other 4 in there and tighten her down. Then throw on the pad, and golden, and blammo, done. So mount it up, threw the pad on. That's it. That's all there is to it. Again, like you could put a tail light on it or, speaker pods and all that sort of stuff, but this is just a tour pack for me to get around helmets. Our showies will be hauling around during Sturgis, so I just had an idea. I think it's hilarious. I'm going to leave it on there and tell the wife that I expect her to haul that around for Sturgis because I need the space or something. Just what, babe? It's a creamsicle. It's totally fine. That'll be funny for me. So yeah, no, it's not going to go on that bike. It's going to go on the ST that is that color. So there you have it. You got a tour pack. Fix it with that for less than $200, swap it out. You don't have to get a new tour pack or anything. You just change the rack itself. So, all right. Love you all to death. Take care of each other out there. We'll talk real soon. Bye.